So we are here for some Big Sky Conference whip around here. The first part got corrupted, didn't realize it, till I tried to save a clip with my app I use on my phone when I record videos on the phone. That are through like that screen recording program I use to record my screen. But anyways, we have Northern Cal leads. This is part 3 of the whip around. Northern Cal leads Weber State 55-53 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth. 5-10 in the fourth. Northern Arizona up 71-65 on Idaho State. Montana State 218 lead on Idaho. Idaho's having a slow second quarter, only 2 points. Montana leads East Russian 28-26 and 11-3 Sacramento State over Portland State. That's early, so we have 5:03 to go in the fourth here. Northern Arizona leads Idaho State by 9 here. So let's go to that one here. There's 5 games on the Big Sky Conference right now. All 10 teams playing their final game, their final regular season game. Then they're doing conference tournament. Their conference tournament game will be starting Saturday. They'll be doing conference tournament first round. And some of the teams will get buys to the second round quarterfinals, like the Big Sky does. Size, stuff like that. But
with the ball, a foul against Carlson of Idaho State. A great look at it here.
Carlson on that one looks like she got nailed on that back screen by Moran, pushed her over in an attempt to recover to Glancy before the Lumberjacks saw that mismatch.
Just the 13th foul against the Bengals. Northern Arizona already with 5 team fouls, so Idaho State is shooting free throws. If they get fouled, Beatty down low sticks it in. 10 points for her over the last 6 games, averaging 11 points, shooting 54% from behind the arc. Cabello, Spink, trying to get it down low to Carlson. Instead, skips it to Diaz.
Moran working hard to not give Carlson the positioning she wants so badly.
Cabello lets the 3 fly instead. Leaves it short. Northern Arizona running the other way with their largest lead of the game at 10. Excellent find from Beatty to Moran. And the Lumberjacks slow it down. Under 4 minutes remain in regulation. A whistle and a travel against Feldman. That's her first turnover of the game. Turnover number 15 against NAU. Bengals looking to build on their season-long 4-game win streak. Beat Portland State in double overtime. Sacramento State, Idaho, and Eastern Washington have cemented themselves in the top half of the Big Sky standings. Out of bounds on that far corner, Cabello gives it right back to Northern Arizona. Feldman decides to let the 3 fly offline. Beatty keeps it alive. Moran. Beatty goes baseline, tries to dump it off for Glancy, and it's taken away. Beatty gets it right back, though. Back and forth we go.
The Lumberjacks right now not in a situation where they need a quick bucket. 10-point lead with just under 3 minutes to go. They're going to want to get a good look just like that one. Nia Moran, big time shot from the 5th-year senior, forcing an Idaho State timeout with 2:50 left to go.
Idaho State Bengals. And let's go to Weber State at Northern Colorado. 55-55. Just a little bit over 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 4 seconds in this Big Sky Conference battle. In the final home game of the season for Weber State, for Northern Cross Bears, in the final game of the season. Unless the men playing that conference tournament home for the cheerleaders. I mean, unless the cheerleaders have to do like softball, or like if there's like spring volleyball games, they do, or if they do like softball, if Northern Cross do home softball games when they start having them, especially in Big Sky Play, they'll have some for sure. In Big Sky Play, they'll have some. So if they have to do any there, or baseball, Big Sky baseball home games, so have them guaranteed home games. Or if they have lacrosse or like spring volleyball, because schools do like a few spring volleyball games. Yeah, for like practice, so they might do them. The ones that are open to like if they're open like the public for viewing. If they have, they might do them. So.
And now for Northern Colorado. The TV can hit that shot, but goes inside with it and gets blocked. Blocked by Taylor Smith. Nice deflection there by Smith. And now Weber State with the basketball. Timeout called by Gentile Jackson. Keep it here for this timeout, under 2 minutes in this game. Coach Jackson wants to make sure her team comes away with points on this one. Weber State having only scored a small handful of points. And by a small handful of points, I mean 1 of 16. One of their last 16 points here between the third and fourth quarter. Northern Colorado went on a run there for about 8 minutes before Weber State was able to score. Now, if you're Northern Colorado, this is a must-have possession defensively. You're under 2 minutes. You're trailing by 2. The momentum was on your side, but you do not want to allow Weber State to extend the lead and get right back into this game from a momentum perspective. And Weber State, well, the opposite applies to them. Got to have some points on the board here. Weber State working around the perimeter, finds Smith. Smith goes to Emanopu. And Northern Colorado comes up with the much-needed stop. And that's going to be a charge, a foul called, an offensive foul called, I should say, on Northern Colorado. You see there, Tatum West went right through Rose Bubakar. So now Weber State will have the basketball on the inbound. Northern Colorado eases up a little bit on the full court defense. Weber State inside. That's Taylor Smith. Goes up. That's a miss. And Tatum West comes down with it. The last time these two teams met, Northern Colorado lost by 12 in Ogden. They are fighting for some redemption here in Greeley. Timeout called by Coach Matteo here, a 30-second timeout, as she will
When we have halftime here, we have Montana State 25-22 over Idaho, 31-29 Montana over Eastern Washington, and a 51 seconds in the first. Sacramento State 19-5 over Portland State, dominating Sacramento State right now. And Northern Arizona is getting their season with 25, the regular season at 25 wins and 6 losses. And they finished 16-2 in the Big Sky. Second place behind Montana State due to the 2 Big Sky losses to Montana State. Some teams just have more games played than others in like non-conference. Like that's why you have like it's not like pro sports where like you have a set number of games. Or like you know what I mean? Like some conferences, we have some schools get more games scheduled than conference than others. Just depends, That's all. And then you got let's go to Weber State now at Northern Colorado. This is really the only game that is pretty much not wrapped up yet. There's a few that are like in the second halftime right now. There are 2 that are in halftime and 1 that's in the second, or going to be in the second quarter soon. It's like in the first quarter right now. So it's right at the end of the first quarter. So.
Spot for the Bears all season long, and you see her fired up there with her team. London Gamble's having a good game for Weber State. Only 1 player scoring in double digits. That's Lene Billy. Lene Billy, who averages 8.8 points per game. She's got 11. But everyone else under that 10-point mark. Taylor Smith with 9, Rose Bubakar with 9, and Eskelson with 8. The next closest to that is Emma Nopu. Northern Colorado will be inbounding right in front of the scorer's table near their bench after that timeout by Coach Matteo. Bears are trailing by 3. 13-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nina George, strong finish for 2. And the Bears are down by 1. Bears don't need a foul here, and Coach Jackson wants a timeout. 9 seconds differential between game clock and shot clock. They do not need to foul. Bears are down by 1. The Wildcats take a timeout here with 30 seconds on the clock. Now, if you're Weber State, you don't need a 3, or you just need to get points on the board. It's about as simple as it gets. Obviously, they're a 3-point shooting team, so you wouldn't be upset at a 3. But a good shot is the most important thing that they're looking for right here. But despite all of that, even some of the good shots that they've had, some of the open looks or the less contested looks for Weber State have ended up coming up short. Northern Colorado, don't try to get too complicated here. Don't try to get too fancy. Northern Colorado can definitely come away with a steal or 2, as they are a very active defense. However, you don't necessarily need a takeaway. Even if Weber State was to hit a 2 here, you still have the chance to come down the court and tie it with a 3. Colorado has 1 timeout remaining, as does Weber State. Bears are going for a bit of a disruption on the inbound, pushes them back over the half-court mark. Parra with the basketball now. They are taking time off the clock here. Parra dribbling around. That's Smith now on the TV. And a TV gets the takeaway plus the timeout. And that'll be the Bears basketball with 11.5 seconds. What a defensive play by Sylvia Nativi. Nativi playing in her final home game in a Bears uniform, the senior, her final year of eligibility this year. Honored last Saturday, a couple days ago, for senior night. Despite this being the Bears' last home game, they did honor their seniors on Saturday, and Northern Colorado will have a chance, down by one, to take the lead here if they can get a good shot up. Plenty of time to do it as well. You got 11 and a half seconds, only down by one, so a 2 is definitely in play. And again, this is a matchup in which the last time these two teams met, Northern Colorado lost by 13 points. Weber State led by 15 points entering into the second half, or at least at some point in the second half. Northern Colorado chipped away. They were sitting around 9 points at that deficit for the majority of this game, and then went on a 21-5 run, held Weber State scoreless for 8 minutes, and have fought their way back into this game. And now, with 11.5 seconds on the clock, they have a chance to win it with a 2. If they can get the shot off in time and hold Weber State from scoring on the other end. You got time, but you do have to move relatively quickly. Here's Nina George, and Nina George is fouled. She went down hard there, and she will head to the free throw line. Only needs 1 to tie and 2 to give them the lead. They wasted no time on that. And now the freshman taking 2 of the bigger free throws that she's probably ever taken in her entire career. George has 4 points in this game, and she will take a free throw to tie and hits it. Coach Matteo had lots of good things to say about Nina in their loss on Saturday to Northern Arizona. Nina was the bright spot in that game for the lead. Got it. 2 of 2 for Nina George. And Weber State will call their final timeout. But now Weber State, with 7.7 seconds here, they have a chance to win it on their end. A 1-point game. What a back and forth battle we have had here in Greeley. A final cap to this regular season between the Bears and the Wildcats. Weber State only needs a 2. Remember also that Northern Colorado has 5+ fouls, which means Weber State, even on a non-shooting foul, will head to the free throw line as one of the best free throw shooting teams in the conference. Northern Colorado's defense has been solid in the second half. Do they have one more good defensive stand in them? Crowd starting to stand up here. Here's the inbound. It's Taylor Smith. She got a mismatch on Nina George. Smith missed it. And that's going to be a foul on Northern Colorado, and that will send Weber State to the free throw line. Nina George called on the foul. That was where the foul was called. And now at the free throw line, Antoinette Emanopu, 72% free throw shooter, needs 1 to tie. Gets the first one, and she'll tie it up. Northern Colorado does not have a timeout. If she misses this free throw, it'll be tied. If she makes it, Northern Colorado has to get up quickly. Misses it. Tie game. Not going to get it off in time. And we are going into overtime.
And we have overtime at Northern Colorado. The Bears survive over the Wildcats of Weber State. Wow, what a game at Northern Colorado, and that was it because there was only one game on the fourth quarter, so the other two are in halftime, and we have here still halftime between Montana and Idaho, just probably wrapping up halftime soon. Montana East Russian 35. Portland State game blown out by Sacramento State 32-14. So we will, and you won't miss. Oh, we'll try to get this over. Now we were seeing Northern Colorado, a fun, competitive, fun finish here. 59-59. Tied at Idaho at Northern Colorado. And then we'll get to that one when it is back on in a little bit. But for right now, let's go to East Rush at Montana next.